Welcome to another edition of Warrior Weekly, a great weekend for Winona State athletics as soccer kind of got it started off. Joining me is senior forward Lauren Sturdivant. Lauren, you guys went 2-0 on the weekend, starting with Wayne State on Saturday. You had 2 goals and you guys just really were firing on all cylinders. How were you able to do so well, and how is the team developing?
We just really took advantage of the shots that we had. The team's developing really well. We have a young team, but everyone's just, really learning their positions and coming out hard to play each game.
Looking also on Saturday, again, Annabelle Pedio had such a great day, 13 saves, and she's also the NSIC Defensive Player of the Week. How good does it feel to have a presence like that in the goal?
It feels really comfortable. She's a very vocal player, and she's just an amazing goalie, so we're really fortunate to have her on our team.
Also, a defensive battle on Sunday. You guys went into overtime. Maybe looking at that last play, that last shot by Jordan Strigge to give you guys the 1-0 win. Maybe run us through that play. What did Coach Omar say in the huddle?
That last play, I just remember Katie Saladay getting the ball, and I was just yelling at her to, drive it to the line, because that is something that he always tells us to do. And she crossed it in, and Jordan was there to finish, luckily.
Looking maybe as a preview to the rest of the season, you guys have been doing pretty well, lost to very good teams like Bemidji State. What games are you maybe looking at, or do you guys just want to flat out win out?
We just want to go out hard and beat every team.
All right, well, that'll do it for Lauren Sturdivant and Warrior Soccer. They go 2-0 on the weekend, beating Wayne State 3-0 and Augustana 1-0 in overtime. Warrior Weekly will continue right after this.
Financial startophobia.
It sounds more like a disease.
Fear of financial endeavors causing putting off till the day after tomorrow that which should have been done the day before yesterday.
This is one of the things that I hear from people is they have this financial startophobia. And just the whole idea of getting their finances straight with Merchants Bank. When I walk into the lobby, there's always somebody who smiles at me and makes me feel welcome. Merchants Bank is really the bank that service built.
Welcome back to Warrior Weekly here on the campus of Winona State University. Assistant Athletic Director Travis Whipple joining me. And Travis, as everyone can see behind us here, the 48-hour practice put on by all the Winona State athletes.
Yeah, we're really excited to be part of this cause, and all of our athletes have really come up huge here, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes as well, to help provide drinking water and creating wells in Africa. So they're working with the H2O project here in Winona to raise money, be able to donate to that cause. And what I'm hearing is already $2,000 raised, and they're going to try to keep it going the next couple days. But our athletes have been out here, and we'll be out here 48 hours straight. So really a neat event, and we're excited. We've had some great community events. This past weekend we did $700 that was raised to donate to the Winona Health Mammography Department for breast cancer research. So we're really excited to give back to the community as they support us so well. But talking just athletics, what a great weekend, 5-0 on the fields and in courts, and so just we're really proud of our student athletes.
Yeah, starting off the weekend, Warrior Volleyball got underway last Friday, beating U of Mary in 4 games, 3 games to 1, and winning also on Saturday 3 games to 1 over Northern State. A very important weekend for them to get back on track in the NSIC.
Absolutely. We talked about it this year, a young team, and it's great to be at home, and they played with a lot of energy, and they got the 3-1 win over 2 teams that they needed to beat, and they did it. And leading the way, as always, Shannon McGowan, NSIC Defensive Player of the Week once again, but just a great effort out of her, and Kathy Loaf led them in kills throughout the weekend, did a great job there. So great performances, and the road keeps getting more and more difficult. NSIC, I know it's kind of repetitive, but it is. It's the best volleyball league in the country, and you've got last week you look at it, 4 teams were in the top 10, and 3 of them in the top 4. So it's a tremendous league, and they've got 2 more important matches coming up this weekend with Concordia St. Paul and St. Cloud at home.
Yeah, minor note last night, volleyball falling 3-0, but once again the NCAA dominance of Concordia St. Paul as volleyball lost last night. Like Travis said, Warrior volleyball 8-8 now. Overall, 3-5 in the NSIC. Football also had a fantastic weekend as they defeated the top 25th ranked Minnesota State Mankato Mavericks, a very defining game in the NSIC and really in the NCAA.
Absolutely, huge game, and you could just see them get after it right away, and really our football program really played at a high level, and I think they needed that one for a lot of reasons. Haven't beat Mankato since the 80s, so that's a neat win in itself, but great team performance, did it on all aspects, and how about Curtis Dewberry? I mean, you know, the guy we've talked about all year long, but the energy he brings when he returns kicks and obviously what he does offensively, but he had a huge day, and I especially like that touchdown, and Coach A.J. Blazik was close behind him.
Whistled for the flag who was trying to catch him. That was probably one of the best moments of the night. Also, you look at the Yergel brothers playing. Ross Yergel for Mankato, Ryan Yergel for Winona State, and you look at Ryan Yergel's stats on the day: 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, which really killed 2 drives for Mankato.
Absolutely, a huge part of our defense, and you know he's kind of been moved around a little bit. Now he's found his home on the defensive end, but I think a neat gesture with those two reading the NSIC sportsmanship creed together. That's what Division II athletics in the NSIC and of course Winona State it's all about is family and a great game environment.
Winona State women's golf got underway once again this past weekend with a top 10 finish via Cassandra Johans. She really led the team, and as they go into this NSIC schedule, that's going to be very important.
Absolutely, very important, finishing 6th this past weekend, and great outlook for the conference tournament that'll be up in the Twin Cities at Hillcrest. But our women's golf program has been outstanding. They finished great last year, and they're really on top of their game here early on.
Moving on to cross country, also had one of their best finishes of the year thus far. Women got the top 7, were 7th, their first top 10 finish of the year. Men just barely on the outside, 11th, and the usual names that we call off every week: Kayla Goodmunson and Ryan Lindquist.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the men's finish I'd particularly like to note because they came in 11th place just out of that top 10, but it was one of their best team performances in a number of years that our records date back to. So great to see our men's program just continue to get better and better, and really excited. Not a lot of fans know it, but we've added a coach to cross country, Adam Booth. He's just done a tremendous job helping out the staff there, and great student athletes. So again, a good meet, and like you mentioned, the usual suspects are coming up big.
Both teams get underway this weekend as they head to West Salem, Wisconsin. Women are taking part in the Tori Neubauer Invitational, men taking part in the Jim Drews Invitational. Bouncing back real quick to football, Travis, they head up to UMD, probably one of the best teams in the nation. They're ranked 2nd. They could be 1st. How tough is that task going to be?
Well, it's going to be huge. I think you're going to have to see a quick start like we saw in the Mankato game, and but our team's definitely capable, and they're fired up. That's for sure. Duluth's a great team, and you got to give them a lot of credit. You know, national champions a couple of years ago, and Isaac Odom, he's a tough running back. Always difficult to play up there on the road, that's for sure. But I believe in our guys, and I think they're going to have another good performance.
Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of Warrior Weekly. Don't forget, you can catch the football game on the radio, 89.5 KQAL, or online at kqal.org. Until next week, go Warriors.